Hey guys, what's going on? Taylor from Just Tech here. Today we're going to be taking a look at Apple's new Earpods and compare them to the Beats Powerbeats 2 wireless. Let's get right into it. So I've been using the Powerbeats 2 for the last month or so and just recently picked up the Apple Airpods from a guy on Craigslist in hopes of using them as my daily driver. So let's look at the design. They have all white finish with a chrome accent on the bottom. Apple says that these will fit in most people's ears, and for the most part that is true, as they do have their own custom design. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, you'll find that they don't fit in. For me, they fit in perfectly and are very snug, and I rarely ever see them fall out of my ears, which is a good thing because if you lose these, they're expensive. So for the Powerbeats 2, they have a traditional in-ear design that allows them to fit for the most part pretty well. They also have hooks that go on the outside of your ears. This allows them to fit with no problem and will basically guarantee that they will not fall out of your ear. I have had zero problems with them and it's very comfortable. Although the AirPods are a little lighter, these ones are the ones you'd want to go with if you want them to stay in and not lose them. For sure the best option. So something cool that the AirPods actually come with is their own case. Now this case is cool because it not only stores the AirPods but gives them an extra 24 hours of battery life. The only downside that I've seen with this is the hinge, which seems like with over time use it may actually become loose, and that could be a big problem considering that these are responsible for just about everything that these AirPods do, from turning them on and off to syncing them to actually charging them. So I'm in no means an audiophile, but I can say that the Beats do sound better. They have more bass, they're louder, and they just overall, like I said, they sound better. You got to remember that the AirPods are coming from basically the same type of sound as Apple's $30 AirPods. And because of that, you shouldn't be expecting much at this price point. They do sound louder than the original AirPods, but I would still have to give sound to the Beats. So having a actual wire does actually help the Beats in some regards. In one way, they actually allow you to have a physical volume control center, which on the AirPods you actually have to double tap, which doesn't always register, but on the Beats it registers just about every time. So what's the verdict? Well, I like my AirPods, but only for indoor use. The reason being is they're very light and they constantly make me check my ears to make sure they're still in there because I can hardly feel them in there. The Beats, on the other hand, stay in my ear and have a nice strap around that goes around the ear that doesn't make me feel like they're going to fall out. They're also water resistant, so I don't feel like I'm constantly in danger of damaging my shiny earbuds. Anyways, guys, I think that if you're just going to use these for indoor use, the AirPods are great, but I wouldn't recommend them for the price at $160. They're kind of expensive and you can get much better earphones for the price.